Oh my gosh. Feeling so casual today.
So casual.
Oh my gosh. Should have worn my stretchiest sweatpants. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the DMVR Nuggets podcast.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now, vote clearly not here. Doesn't bring those air horns. Not those. There's those air horns over there, yo. Yeah, he producing for us. Guys, we got a great casual show for you. It's going to be so casual. Not a lot going on in the NBA, so we're going to break down Jokic's 10 best games. Harrison, you made a list for us.
There's so much pressure putting this list together.
I can't wait till you have the one
game
that's
like... It was impossible
how did you
get it down to 10. Impossible.
I can't wait to critique every aspect of this list.
This is going to be a terrible show just from Harrison's perspective.
We're also going to be seeing what's online these days. Maybe a little online with DLine.
Maybe
we'll see. We'll see if we get there. And of course, we're going to be talking about the big news of there was one piece of news, and that is, of course, that LeBron's Lakers are going to have a courtside view as the Denver Nuggets receive their championship wreaths, raise a banner up into the rafters.
I was under the impression he was mulling retirement.
Well, you might be surprised that was all.
He did mull it, and he's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Like, as I understood it, that was the story of the day when the Nuggets swept them and then
that was
their first.
Well, it's difficult not to make it the subplot because LeBron might retire. Like, oh my God, all of that. Guys, I got a great panel with me though.
He just shows up on ring night and he's coming back for
He's coming back. Can you imagine? He runs out like Willis Reed during the ceremony.
That's the official mark that he's coming back.
Ring night. My gosh, unbelievable. I got the fellas with me. Harrison Wind.
Nothing like a casual Friday with the fellas.
All right. All right. You got a day off. You feeling refreshed?
I feel. I would have worked yesterday. I don't like taking days off, Adam.
Oh man, that's so true. No days off for Harrison.
No days off, man.
No days on for DLine.
Yeah, I did.
You hate when I throw that one too.
No days on.
Guys, opening night is here, or the schedule is out. By the way, the schedule next Tuesday. We get the full schedule, right? The 15th?
Is it Tuesday? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Tuesday.
Has that been announced?
It was. The 15th, which will be Tuesday. That's when the full schedule will go out. So next week, I know what we're doing on Tuesday. We're going to be breaking down the schedule. I always love that. But, as is always the case, some of the marquee dates come out a little bit early, including opening night. The LA Lakers. And I love this. It was a lock, by the way. I feel like this was a lock that they were going to give the Lakers to Denver. A little bit of a rivalry going on. Michael Malone talking a little trash. Well, those boys are going to be front row and center. First game of the NBA season. Usually, like East Coast, whatever. Nope. First game of the NBA season is going to be Nuggets raising a banner inside Ball Arena, receiving championship rings, and LeBron James, Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, all those guys are going to be sitting there courtside like this, just watching.
Do you think they'll be in the locker room?
Probably they'll be in the locker room. It's metaphorically courtside.
D'Angelo Russell, he played in the playoffs. If he plays opening night, that's an interesting storyline that I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
Harris, how many of these do you have? Because you had the Binger one. Like, I wasn't even on the timeline. You beat everybody to it with the, do you think they'll go to the Rui adjustment? Absolute Binger. What numbers are we up to on that tweet?
I think they'll go to in the fourth quarter again. Just let Nikola Jokic cook Anthony Davis for 3 quarters again, and then go to it in the fourth.
Yeah,
and then make it a respectable game.
Rui. We're not quite. He's 9 away from 1,000 likes on that one, so it didn't even hit the 1K mark there. Jeez,
Child's play.
I don't know what this is. Can you explain this to me? How do I not remember this? What is this?
This is just a D'Angelo Russell meme that has been a thing this offseason.
It's crazy.
Have you really not seen this?
It's crazy that I could be on the internet
Haven't you
covering this team and somehow I've never seen that.
On?
It's a different internet, apparently. Honest to God, I swear to God, I've never seen that. What is the meme?
I think it originated because after a game he was getting shots up.
Yeah, they were like, oh, he's in the lab, whatever. That thing. You're like,
this was like after game 1 or game 2 or something.
Yeah. Well, it couldn't have been after any of the other games because there were only 2 home games.
The funniest is, according to that meme, he's taking a jumper. Not the reason he wasn't playing.
No, he's out there.
Do you want him to get out there doing the shell drill?
He should have.
Defensive slides.
If he was serious about trying to like win the championship.
Flashing to help side.
D'Angelo Russell did give Jokic a lot of love. Do you see he said he's clearly the best player? So
he should know.
Well, he should know. He had a front row seat. So I almost felt bad about piling on. Austin Reeves too. Are we Lakers fans now, guys? Are we Lakers fans?
Dude, are the Lakers joined Respect Twitter?
Oh, they are joining Respect Twitter.
So
actually,
online.
They're
They
so
can't
online.
help it.
But honestly, like, that's not why he didn't play. It was because of his jumper. He didn't play because KCP was ISOing him. That's the craziest. Like I told you, I went back and watched these games. Have you gone back and watched? You weren't on the show that day. Have you watched the finals since the finals?
No.
Or the conference finals?
No, I haven't.
I hadn't either until last like Saturday or something or Friday. Home alone, everybody's out of the house. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this on the DVR. Game one, unbelievable. Just like better than you remember. You have to go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
It's actually better.
Were
than
you
you
just
remember.
waiting for the Rui adjustment the whole time?
The whole time.
Not yet. It's coming though. It's coming. It's coming.
There were so many just perfect moments in it. Like the game was just full of perfect moments.
Yeah.
But honestly, Bruce Brown going at D'Angelo Russell over and over again. Like it was fast break. Not even a fast break, a slow break, and you could just see him be like, "Oh, it's D'Lo! Like everybody, get out of the way, just go layup."
That felt personal. Bruce Brown going at D'Angelo Russell, and some of the stuff Bruce Brown had to say that series, that felt personal.
Is it going to be DLine personal? So here's the thing. We watched the opening night last year. We were so hyped. We'd waited years.
I was going to bring this up.
We waited years for Jamal Murray's return. Michael Porter's back. Let's go, baby.
Let's have a
Lowry Markkanen just goes off. The Nuggets were just completely humiliated.
Well,
that was on the road.
That was on the road, and it wasn't also ring ceremony night. Ring ceremony. Everyone wins on their ring ceremony night.
No, I think everybody
it's the opposite.
loses on their ring night.
I was gonna say. I think everyone always.
I think everybody loses.
I need to see because I feel like I remember. It depends on how emotional it is.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're gonna be hyped. Dude.
I'll bet Yoke's gonna be so emotional.
Is he gonna be back for it? He's gonna zoom in for his
from Colin Cowherd's mansion.
Yeah. No, but this is the real thing. Is I'm sitting here going like, oh, I can't wait. I love that it's the Lakers. I love all this, and I'm like, Nuggets will probably lose by 30.
Dude, I think they'll win. I just think we're in a new era, dude. I think this season's gonna be dope. I keep the more I think about it, I'm like, because the greatest thing is that they're still not getting respect. It's so beautiful.
Oh, I know. They keep feeding us. It's unbelievable.
It's so great. And like I love that, like, this is the part of sports that sucks, but also kind of rules, is that when sports aren't happening and you just let the narratives take over, you can just like take it anywhere. You can be like, oh, you can lie based on things you saw clearly. You can just pretend things never happened. But then the game happens.
Yeah.
And the Nuggets it's so beautiful. I love that people are doubting Jamal Murray.
Oh,
I love that he's getting an artificially low rating.
He's never proved it in the regular season.
Yeah, dude. Like all this stuff. You're like,
he's only ever proved it in the finals.
He's the only NBA
finals.
player in history that he's not legit because he hasn't done it in the regular season.
He's the best.
He's done it in the finals.
Yeah. Oh, he's done it in the playoffs.
Done it in the playoffs.
Time and time again.
He's a 16-game player.
Yeah.
Now he's got to be an 82-game player.
Well, Yoke's got to prove it in the preseason still, honestly. Like, Yoke's proved it in the regular season.
Until Yoke proves it in the All-Star game, I don't...
Yeah, that's not true. Dude, it is so funny when people are like, lately there's been the Giannis or Jokic thing, and people are like, 2 All-Star MVPs? And you're like, what?
The All-Star.
Hey, I guess, yeah, he is better.
All-Star MVP should lower your
It obviously
overall
should.
Q
It just
score.
says that you don't understand team basketball.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, guys. Now we're going too far.
I don't think we are.
Yeah, we're definitely going too far. I was thinking about this too.
Adam just white-knighted the All-Star game.
I'm just saying it's not a virtue to not be good at the All-Star game.
No, but
it's not a vice either.
It's not a virtue to be good at it either.
Correct. But it's not a
the point.
vice to be good at it, which is what you said. I'm
Okay.
I don't know. The fact that Nikola Jokic can't, he just physically cannot go
all right.
out in an All-Star
Time
game,
out.
I think says something about
Time out. I think Jokic needs to be a little bit better at the All-Star game.
No, he does not.
I think he does.
No, he doesn't.
I think it should be demonstratively worse.
I think he should be worse.
I think he should
get picked last every time.
and make them
Guys, I love Yoke. Come on, man. I love Yoke, but the All-Star game
Adam, he has such an intricate, sophisticated game. It cannot show in an environment like an All-Star game.
Magic Johnson wasn't good in the All-Star game?
That was a different era. That was a different game.
Well, that was a good era. That was the era where the All-Star game had
He was
meaning
also a point guard.
The NBA was like on the rise and all these different things. I'm saying that I do think that this is a conversation for later, but I do think that players owe to like, hey, this is a thing that's for the fans. Is it dumb from a competition standpoint? Yes. But if nobody tried, that we get what we had last year, where everybody kind of had Jokic energy last year, and it sucked. But that's neither here nor there. The point is,
you're about to say Jokic needs to do a Nike commercial.
No, he doesn't need to do that.
But that's the track you're on.
Look, I complained about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander saying, if you pay me more money to do the All-Star, I'll try hard. I complained about that of like, you just can't do something nice for the fans. You can't just do something nice for the game. So I'm going to say the same about Jokic. Like, hey, go out there and throw a couple crazy passes. And if it works, it works. Shoot a couple sombors, man. That's what the people want. The sombor is now the shot in the NBA. You're the top guy. Go out and shoot some sombors.
All right.
Nonetheless, I was thinking about this. LeBron has been sat courtside for ring night a lot because he always loses in the finals. He's great. It's not his own fault, but
Western Conference Finals.
Well, this is one of Western Conference Finals, sure, but he always loses, right? Because all these years he would carry the Cavs and they lose to the Warriors, and it's like Warriors, Cavs, rebound, opening night. LeBron's used to this. This is probably like his 8th time being there for ring night.
He's
right?
He's so experienced that he definitely knows how to play it so perfectly that he's not on the court for the.
I want to know, like, he might be the number one ring night attendee.
He's been to so many ring nights.
So I love it. I actually think it's the perfect one for opening night. I think it's cool because of that rivalry, because of how much Lakers have let it be known that they don't appreciate the Nuggets' victory lap. Lakers fans, I love that Lakers fans are so in their feels about it. It's like, it's better than I expected. I knew it would be great. Look what I wore today. You see I wore the Take That L on the way out. You know why I wore it? I knew exactly what I was wearing. As soon as this came out, I was like, I know what I'm wearing.
Why do you think I keep tweeting about the Lakers?
Oh, it's so good.
It's too easy.
It is. That's just why your numbers are through the roof on Twitter.
Easy, man. This game is so easy.
Jokic's game against the Lakers or Harrison's Twitter game against Lakers fans? Which one's been more dominant?
Or Michael Malone's simple presence in the face of the Lakers nation.
Christmas, we get another little treat.
One more thing on the Lakers.
Okay, go for it.
When Michael Malone takes the microphone at ring night, because I know somebody from the team is going to speak.
Oh, my gosh, you're right.
It's got to be Michael Malone. Oh. When he gets the mic, I want everybody in Ball Arena to start chanting,
"Daddy,
who's your daddy?"
Yeah. Oh, do you think we could make this happen?
Who's your daddy? That needs to be the chant at Ball Arena.
I've seen this happen.
When Michael Malone has the mic or when the Nuggets are about to get their rings. We need that to happen.
I agree. Dude, we're going to make this happen. Yeah.
LeBron James is using all 82 games of energy in this game.
Well, like he's very motivated now.
He's very motivated.
We know that.
Yeah,
he's got his motivation back.
He wasn't as motivated.
That will probably motivate him a little more, I would think.
It's going to be so funny. That's going to be so contentious. Here's one thing I wonder. Lakers games in Denver often feature a lot of Lakers fans. This is ring night. Mm-hmm. Are there going to be Lakers fans in the crowd?
There'll be a lot of Lakers fans. Yeah.
What a loser move to go as a Laker fan to ring night, to banner night. That's the ultimate loser move. We got to like...
I actually don't know if there will be a lot of Lakers
I don't think there will be either.
I think this is like a little bit like, oh, God, like... Who knows, though?
Also,
we're talking about a pretty shameless.
It's a little early in the season for the casual Denver Lakers fans to jump on that bandwagon.
They won't even know the season began yet.
Exactly. It hasn't hit Christmas yet.
They're still watching the Cowboys games. Like, they're still... I
was going to say, they're certainly not watching the Rams.
Is the Yankee season done by then?
Yankees might be done by then.
Just so you know, the Yankee season...
Dodgers?
Already done. The Yankee season already done.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, right. They got the Dodgers now, so they moved on from the Yankees. Also on Christmas, though, we get Warriors coming to Denver. And here's one thing I love about this. You're either a team that to be the team that forces the Warriors to go on the road for Christmas is kind of dope. Because usually it's like, all right, the marquee team will get the home game or whatever. This is like, no, Warriors, sorry, your Christmas, you have to go to the Mile High. It'll be a snowy Christmas, hopefully, for them. But that's a cool thing that Denver gets to host the Warriors. I just feel like it's a turning... I feel like some of these games and the way they've laid out, some of it's a little bit of a, hey, Denver now has priority.
Yeah. Remember 2 years ago when the Nuggets weren't on Christmas?
Yeah.
With Nikola Jokic as the reigning MVP.
I do.
But now the Nuggets are, top billing. Like, they are a main attraction. Opening night, ring night, Christmas Day, like, they are one of the marquee teams now.
They're the literal champions. This is where we find out what the NBA truly values. Like, if they bury the current reigning champion at all, then we have to be like, okay, this league has to fold.
But don't you think they
yes, I'm saying like,
but they will be
in a refreshing way. I'm like, they're actually doing it.
We're actually doing
They're actually doing it. It's unexpected. It's beautiful. We're getting like the have tos. You got to give them Christmas. You got to give them opening. I want to see like.
Are there any others?
Do they get primetime games?
Well, and how many? Yeah, marquee games do they? How many TNT games do they got?
I want an ABC game. I want a Sunday afternoon ABC game in
They're
Denver.
getting them. I'm telling you, they're getting them. Can I tell you? I've told you guys last year. The thing was, everybody was like, "Wow, I don't realize I love Jokic," and it's like, "What do you mean?"
Wow.
Lisa Salters like, "Oh, I have no idea. He was good.
I've never watched
him
before.
I'm telling you, last year's playoffs was everyone falling in love with the Nuggets. It really was, and I honestly, and the ratings being good for it. I honestly think the Nuggets are going to be a top 6 team in terms of most nationally televised games. I mean, the Lakers and Warriors, Celtics, like they're always the teams that are going to get
the Celtics on.
Gotta get the Celtics in there.
Just gotta get them on there.
The Knicks, but after that list, I honestly think Denver is going to be at the top.
But this is where you're like, Jokic, please care at the beginning.
Oh, I know.
No. Like we got everyone to believe, but then we get like pouty regular season Jokic. We're like, right back in the mud.
I'm telling you though, it's the arc. Like you win the title, and everyone's like, he's the best player in the world. He's like maybe 12th all time. But then in like the off season, we're in August, and it's already Giannis technically has more All-Star appearances. You're like, all right. And then by like first week of the season, and Nuggets maybe he's putting up like 15, 12, and 8. People are like, actually, that team was so lucky they won. And like by January, the championship won't even count. It'll have an asterisk next to it. Like they'll take the banner back down somehow.
I'm telling you, we're going to hear it's going to be nonstop 8 seed. Like this seed stuff is going to like.
I don't care. I hope they raise the banner with an asterisk. I hope the banner has like a footnote.
This is the greatest thing. This is how this is like what we've done with Patrick Mahomes. We just don't have anything to actually attack him with. So we go for his family members. And like
so true.
The Nuggets, you're like, no serious person can deny it, but unserious people won't acknowledge who they actually beat. Yeah. The players, they're just like an 8 seed.
Yeah, an 8 seed. Yeah, it's so true. I can't wait till we reduce LeBron James to an 8 seed. That's the best. All right, let's take it. That was fun. The schedule coming out next week. I'm telling you, there's a lot of intrigue. How many nationally televised games? What's the rhythm of the schedule? Early on in the season, all those things are going to be exciting to check out. But the biggest marquee dates are there. Also, Yokmas. Serbian Christmas. Always fun to find out what the Nuggets play on Yokmas.
Yeah, do you think chalk that up to 2 W's?
Can the Nuggets play on December 15th this year? Do you think the NBA, like it's been on Zach Lowe's show?
No.
Michael Malone referenced.
No chance.
Where did Michael Malone?
I mean, they might play, but like not in a way that they're like trying to.
I don't know, man. If I'm ESPN, I look at December 15th and I'm like, we have a whole segment.
Oh, you're dreaming, man.
You're dreaming.
You are way too drunk right now. You're blacked out.
I can't wait till the Nuggets play on nationally television. Let me see what date is December 15th. Let me see what date it is. What is the date?
What's the matchup that to you?
Oh, it's a Friday, baby. That's ESPN Friday.
But what is the matchup to you that would signify that they're acknowledging this as Jokic?
Well, that would be great. Well, no, that's Serbian Christmas. They have to do that on Serbian Orthodox Christmas.
It would be Portland.
Oh, if they just did a rewind, that could be a really good one.
I mean, what other team would it be?
I mean, a rival like Phoenix, or Philly, or something.
You're
like
right. Portland probably doesn't make ESPN for that.
Yeah, that's not an ESPN.
They're like, Jokic, it's Anthony Simons.
All right,
Scoot Henderson gonna steal Jokic.
In the chat, we're going to break right now. ESPN should hire Adam. Man, see what I mean? You guys aren't dreamers.
This is exactly why they would not hire Adam, because this is an idea that's going way over their heads.
No.
Philly is now banned. Philly and Unbright for just making that comment.
Dude,
Why? What? Get out of here. Come
Also,
on.
Philly Urbanite, do you think that ESPN makes the schedule?
They can influence and say, hey, you know what we want? We want to do Yokmas. Give us a game on Yokmas. Give me in the chat right now. Would you love if there was a Yokmas game?
Love that.
It would be a great idea.
We're arguing.
Should the NBA schedule Denver on national television for Yokmas?
If you were to ask an ESPN exec what Yokmas is, they would think you're on fucking shrooms.
Yeah, but like as you sounded out the conversation that's
They're
happening,
like, Christmas, right? Christmas, you mean.
I'll make it into a poll.
Make it into a poll. What is your question?
100%.
All right, do will, because they're saying should. Will the
will-
NBA have the Nuggets playing on Yokmas?
No, will ESPN
national television?
acknowledge-
Does ESPN know what Yokmas is? That should actually be the question.
No, will ESPN
Well,
acknowledge?
first of all, it's the
acknowledge
NBA that
Jokic?
would set this and say, "Hey, we're giving you a marquee game. It's going to be the 15th. The
But
Nuggets
in
are
the
playing,
lead-up and everything, will
and
they
it's not going to be like
acknowledge
Charlotte.
Jokic?
It's not going to be like some random team. It's going to
This
be
is insane, dude. They're
I
like,
love it.
next up on ESPN, are
Yokmas!
all the Nuggets good?
Will ESPN acknowledge?
The vibes are immaculate in Denver.
What a treat!
Oh
Let's go to
man!
break.
Well, they hold them under here. We'll find out.
Take that out on the way out, LeBron.
Go for it, Harrison.
If you've benefited from therapy, or if you're looking to get involved in therapy, this episode of the DNVR Nuggets podcast brought to you by BetterHelp. Sometimes in life we're faced with tough choices, and the path forward isn't always clear. Whether you're dealing with decisions around maybe your career, maybe relationships, anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Check out BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/DNVR. Go to that website, answer a few questions about yourself and your goals. You get an email once you're matched with a therapist. You can start connecting with your therapist then. From there, you can begin scheduling sessions. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/DNVR today to get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/DNVR. Also, make sure to check out Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the best way to grow hair if you're losing hair. You don't have to choose
Why'd you look at me
between
when
better hair growth and your health. Nutrafol provides a whole body health approach for men that promotes healthier hair with no drugs, no compromises, just better hair. A lot of men out there think losing their hair is inevitable, but it doesn't have to be. Take control of your hair's future with Nutrafol science-backed hair growth supplement for men. Did you know that 80% of men will experience hair thinning in their lifetime? It's perfectly normal, but that does not have to be your fate. So take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code DNVR. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men. Nutrafol.com/men, promo code DNVR.
Alrighty, we are back, and we have to get into a big topic here.
Uh-oh.
A big topic.
Oh boy.
What are Nikola Jokic's 10 best games?
Oh god damn it! This is a big topic. I thought you were being trite.
No, I'm being serious here.
no,
Now,
these were-
I didn't task you with that, thankfully. Okay.
I know, but we have to like.
But we do get to critique and make fun
Oh,
of
this is gonna be
votes
so
list.
sick.
Or I'm sorry, wins list.
Oh man, that was rough.
This is going to be a rough segment for me.
I would say that Vote would be smiling, but he's not watching.
Definitely not. Wind compiled what he believes are Nikola Jokic's 10 best games. What was your method here?
I don't know.
Vibes.
Did you have a handful that you're like, for sure, before you did anything, you're like, let me search my feelings. What game comes to mind?
Yeah, I think I have 5 playoff games, 5 regular season games.
Okay.
Some that came to mind. Some I just hit the basketball reference sort of by game score. I was like, oh,
Okay.
forgot about this one.
Dude,
There are a couple games on here that I have zero recollection of.
Really?
Zero. Absolutely
there are a
zero.
lot of games.
Yeah, there are a lot of
There are
games.
so it's crazy too.
There's games that are on your list that you don't remember.
There are people that remember like every.
There's
goddamn
no
game.
way
I
you
can't
remember
believe
one of these
people.
games. There's no way.
I'm so ready to be mad at some of the games people you left off.
I'm not. I'm going to enter this like a wide-eyed child.
I didn't even have the fastest triple-double game on there.
What, the H?
Although
no, I'm mad.
although I should have. See, I just didn't. That's an honorable mention.
Holy smokes, that's not in his top 10. It's the fastest.
Dude, I'm telling you, his top 10, this is going to be an all-timer. All right, start us off. Where do you want to go? Number 10.
This feels like an honorable mention here, and it's a game I have zero recollection of. 40 points, 27 rebounds, 10 assists against the Charlotte Hornets in December of last year.
Last year.
Eric, does the Charlotte Hornets dominant performance? I actually do vaguely remember this game now. Does
No,
it?
you don't.
It was in Charlotte, right?
Maybe.
On the road. So this meaningless game against an interconference team, like,
Is it? Are you asking me if it's better than the fastest triple-double ever recorded?
or just all
that
these
game
playoff
was
games?
actually a 4-point home win for the Denver Nuggets. Good try,
Who
though.
is the center? Who is the center in this one?
You remember it.
The
so you
ghost
should
of
probably-
Alonzo Mourning?
Who is it? For real, I want to know.
Is it a Zeller?
No, it's Mason Plumlee.
Yeah.
Mason Plumlee.
So he's saying,
You do not remember this game.
Who else is it though? There's another center, right?
I mean, yeah, they had a backup.
Who was it?
Nick Richards.
Man, this is not.
He doesn't remember.
So, all right, it's a top 10 game all time, and we don't remember it.
No, this was an honorable mention.
Oh, it's an honorable mention. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
let's get that out of there. Yeah, here. So we all thought it was the best game. What is the number 10 game? Or do we have more honorable mentions?
This is number 10.
Okay.
This is also from this past season. January 17, 2023,
not January 16th, right?
one day after that.
Okay. Or 6th. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we're all here.
36 points,
He was busy that day.
13 of 14 shooting, 12 rebounds, 10 assists against Portland.
I do remember this one because I believe I was hoping for another perfect triple double. It was on the table where we're like, is he going to do this again? And then missed the shot. And I think, if I recall, is his missed shot an offensive rebound to tip in? Do you remember?
Probably.
I vaguely remember it being like, dang it, he missed one, and then but it's a
Maybe
meaningless
pop-
miss.
pop back in.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me the numbers again. What was it?
36, 12, and 10. He missed one shot.
The funny thing
Missed
is, if
one
I told
shot.
you like Yoke had 36, 12, and 10, you'd be like, it almost sounds like his average.
It does. The missed one shot part is,
Yeah.
is the impressive
Yeah,
part.
that's why it's
I
on
mean,
there.
when you're going up against Nurk, I mean, you're not going to miss a lot of shots.
Well, he's gone up against him other times and has
Missed
not,
a few
and
more
he's missed
shots.
them more than-
All right.
All right, let's go with this one. Game 3.
I love GK there. The first 40 piece. All right.
That did not make the list.
Man, but it's on my
What?
list. I know. It's on my list. I'm going to make a list of all the omissions.
30 points, 17 rebounds, 17 assists. Game 3 versus Phoenix.
Of this year? The 30-20-10 game?
No,
What
30,
is-
17, 17.
Oh, yeah. That's a monster game, too. But they lost
But they
that
lost
one.
that game, yeah.
They lost
I
that
didn't know
one.
these had to come in a win.
Harrison's going straight analytics on
But
this.
so like,
straight,
but
straight.
shouldn't his 53-point game that followed be?
It's probably on the list, too. 2 losses somehow.
That's definitely on here.
It is hilarious. I will say this about that Phoenix series.
dude,
It
like-
is awesome that they barely lost to Phoenix. I mean, I wish they would have won, but barely lost. And in those games, Jokic completely unstoppable.
Unstoppable, yeah, because they made Jokic a scorer.
Yeah.
They did it. Wow, yeah, Jokic's best many of his best performances in the playoffs have come in losses.
Yeah.
Against the Spurs.
Fits what's needed. Like nobody else is here today.
Oh boy, the playing for an hour straight against the Portland Trailblazers.
All timer, man.
All right, let's see. what else is
Let's see.
He's second guessing his list so hard.
No,
right
it's because
now.
I thought I had 11, but I might have only had 10 on here. So the Charlotte game might actually be on this. 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
yeah,
5,
you're just gonna have to
6,
change
7,
everything.
8, 9, 10.
There's
Yeah.
no way a game none of us seem to remember is going to be a top 10 Jokic game of all time.
Yeah, the Charlotte game's on
Oh,
there.
this is great. Harrison's gonna get ripped to
He's
shreds.
going to get. I can't wait. He's been living on this high horse for too long.
I am distancing myself as far from this list as possible. Just FYI.
Okay, what do we
Did
have?
you hear that, Yair? 40 Charlotte 12, 18, 22 is on there.
Is the
at
10th
10.
game. I was going to say, I don't think you did that many.
There you go. Offense.
Cool. Okay, so we have that. We have Portland.
Okay.
and we have Phoenix. This is 32 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists, game 3 versus the Heat.
And this is in the finals. Okay, 32, 21, 10. Game 3, this is the double, triple-double game. This is the double, triple-double game.
Yeah.
To me, this is the quintessential Jokic and Murray game.
This is the duo.
This is the quintessential duo game. They were so freaking dope, man.
Yeah.
They're a great duo.
Yeah.
They're a great duo.
They're a great duo. I will say, how many iconic moments from this game can I really remember? I'd have to go back and watch. I can't. The games have run together for me. I got to go back and refresh what's what. Okay.
Okay, now we're going to go to...
Is that the only finals game? Was that his best finals game? Okay.
43 points, 63% shooting, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Game 6 at San Antonio.
I remember this one very clearly.
Yeah,
I was at the View House.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was guys playing bags.
No, we had a watch party for Denver Stiffs. It was not well attended.
Well, it was opening day for the Rockies or something.
The problem is that it was also in a venue that was wholly uninterested in the actual event.
The DNVR bar is the best.
There was an outdoor area. People were playing bags all around us. There were people sitting in gazebos, or what do you call those?
It's a gazebo, I believe.
Like in a pool, like
cabana.
A cabana.
Cabana.
The bags area lined with cabanas and there are people trying to watch this one giant inflatable screen. And I was watching and standing, and someone in a cabana yelled at me to get out of the way so they could see. I was like, what is happening here? I'm being yelled at by somebody laying back and drinking a White Claw.
You have to remember also, the Nuggets were up 3-2 heading into this. Jokic went off. It was actually, you know what happened? Malone pulled a Coach Pesic. He didn't. He should have just played Yoke the whole time. Yoke was going off and scoring like
pulling
crazy.
a Pesic.
Yeah, Coach Yoke went to the bench for like 5 minutes to start the fourth quarter, and the wheels fell off. It was like they gave up like an 18-0 run, and you're like, what the hell? And so we're like, we're going to Game 7. I thought we were definitely beating the Spurs. Now we might lose.
Yeah.
And all these guys at the View House are like, hey man.
And they're like, down in front. And I was like, you bastards.
It was a rough day for Eric and I, but a top 10 game ever for Jokic. All right, should we take a little hedge here? Let's take a little break because we got the top 5 coming up. This is where the pressure really gets there.
Holy smokes!
There's
dude.
some games I just know we better be making the list.
No, you
or I'm going to be
made
freaking
the list,
out. No, it's more fun to yell at your list.
It is way more fun this way.
Guys, make sure to check out Backus & Shanker. When you get hurt, Backus & Shanker is here to help. Backus & Shanker, they win for Colorado families. They've been helping those seriously injured in Colorado for more than 25 years, and you don't pay them any money until they win your case. No upfront fees to speak with them about your case. No fees while they work on your case. No fees unless they win your case, and they've won over $1 billion for their clients. Now with even more locations serving all of Colorado, neighborhood offices in Denver, Aurora, Englewood, Fort Collins. More than 30 lawyers, 100 staff members. Backus & Shanker helps with all kinds of injury cases where you weren't at fault. Car accidents, motorcycle, rideshare, pedestrians, trucks. They can even help you if you're injured at work. Call them 222-2222 to find out if you have a case for free. Backus & Shanker.
I thought
wins.
Adam just left the set because he had to go to the bathroom. He had an emergency Sprite Zero need.
Trying to hydrate over here.
Yeah, with a
TikTok, you don't stop.
What?
You don't remember the old commercial?
No.
You remember Criss Cross?
We all remember Criss Cross. I can't believe you went out for an urgent Sprite Zero. You know what? Keep going.
Kind Love was one of the first dispensaries in Colorado,
Kind
established
Love.
in 2010, known for cultivating some of the highest quality cannabis in the state. Fully integrated seed to sale, breeding their own genetics, control grow process, and packaging, farm to table at Kind Love. They also have a game-changing product, Turbo Core. Turbo Core is a 100 milligram stick that looks exactly like a toothpick.
We just received this from Yahir's personal collection.
He pulled it out of his backpack.
Super producer here really dedicated to the ad reads,
Yeah, it
man.
seems like that's one of our partners. We want to show their product. I think Yahir just pulled that out of his knapsack.
Knapsack. Visit one of the Kind Love stores in Cherry Creek or North Denver. Mention DNVR. Receive the DNVR exclusive discount, 25% off all Kind Love flower pre-rolls in their Turbo Joint line. Visit their website, kindlove.com. Use the code DNVR for online ordering and their full extensive menu.
Alrighty, and we are back with Harrison's list. You know what's funny? Harrison hates when we're making fun of his list.
No, I don't. I don't care.
He's what's going on here? Too much. Yeah, get off the kind love. All right.
Okay,
Harrison,
let's go
the top five. I will say I'm a little concerned that we love Jokic so much, and yet when we relive his top 10 games, we don't remember any of them.
The problem with Jokic.
I mean, I remember all these except the Charlotte one.
But this is for Jokic. It's like
Every
all right.
night is crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's like this. Is this one better or this one better? Like they were both absolutely transcendent. I don't know how to pick one over the other. There's a few outliers here, obviously, but like it's difficult, man.
He is like LeBron or Michael Jordan in that way. Those are the other two players to me where, because even Steph has peaks and valleys, right? Like it's like some nights he's off and some nights he's on. But Jordan, you could just look up his regular season. It's like 45, 41, 36, 39, 42.
Yeah, you're like,
and you're like,
yeah.
which was the good one?
Yeah, at a certain point when people just reading numbers, you're like,
And that's, you had like a 36, 16, and 12. And I'm like, that's.
What about 43 on 17 of 20 shooting, 14, 8, and 5 steals?
Who was it against?
That's against the Wizards in December.
yeah. And listen, that's
Wait, this last December?
Do you remember that one?
No.
That's insane. That's insane.
43 points, 17 of 20 shooting.
The Will
17 of 20 shooting.
14
man.
rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals.
All of these I vaguely remember. My memory's also terrible.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like I know
That is
you're not going to remember
a
these.
ridiculous game.
Ridiculous.
Hope my wife's watching this, who's like, you never remember anything but basketball. I'm like, baby, even that. Don't.
Can I tell you something?
She's not watching it. You're right. She's not watching it.
Dad, did you guess the Adam?
She's like, Adam left. How can I look at him more when he's not here?
This is a loss, but
Was that Washington game number 5?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
53 points,
Yeah.
20 of 30 shooting, 4 rebounds, 11 assists. Game 4 at Phoenix. That's his highest playoff game score.
My favorite thing is that this game somehow got Jock Landale $40 million.
I know.
Deservingly so.
Like he held him to 53.
I mean, most of those were against Ayton
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
and Bismack Biyombo.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's his career
Yes.
high, 53 points on 67% shooting. But as you mentioned, both somehow we only have 5 playoff games on the entire list, and 2 of them are losses to Phoenix this year.
Yeah. Well, again, Jokic has ascended.
Yeah.
And Jokic does the most when others are on the team are doing the least.
Yeah.
So that, and that you generally will result in an L.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to a final regular. Oh, no, I got 2 more regular season games, 1 more playoff game.
Okay.
35 points, 11 of 11 shooting, 11 rebounds, 11 assists versus Phoenix. Opening night, 2021,
Against Ayton.
2022.
Perfect triple double is
Against
like
DeAndre
such
Ayton.
an absurd stat line.
Yeah.
Perfect from the field for 35 points.
How many of these games came against DeAndre Ayton?
Remember when everyone's like 8? Remember when PHNX was like 8 and guards him well, and like half of his greatest games ever
Yeah.
come against Ayton?
Dude,
Like-
this game I remember very vividly.
Yes, it's the first home game.
Yes,
This
but
was an easy work game. It was easy work.
This was like, oh, DeAndre Ayton can't play in the NBA.
That's what's your takeaway?
Yes, he
Oh, not me.
made such mincemeat of him. It
Yeah.
was so
Yeah.
like I was like, oh my! I mean, he like made him look foolish.
Ayton was so mad. He was frustrated.
Wouldn't you be?
He was complaining after the game about like
Yes.
fouls. This game to me represented more. This was either the first or second game of the year, first home game, and I just remember being like, "Oh, Yoke's even better." Like he kept being great,
Yeah.
and then it was if Yoke came out and dropped a perfect 35-point triple double on ring night this year, we'd be like,
on Rui Hachimura?
we'd be like, he's even better. He somehow got better this summer. That's how I felt that game. As I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude. If we see Jokic's Rui adjustment, which means he just goes at Rui every time, regardless of who's guarding him.
All right, number 2. This is so
2018?
no, that's 2021.
Wait, I think you're off on this list because you have 3 more here. Are you-
Look at the board.
I know, but look at your list on the here. Did you skip one? Because you have 3 left.
Let's do it live, guys.
And only 2 shows left. You have.
I don't know. I'm on my own list.
Oh, okay.
Game
Wow.
gave you a fake one.
He gave me a fake out list. All right.
He didn't want you to.
This is against New Orleans, maybe the most dominant offensive game that I've ever seen Nikola Jokic play. 46 points, 16 of 22 shooting, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks versus New Orleans, March 6, 2022. 48.7 game score. That's a career high. His highest ever game score against New Orleans.
He was so close to putting up a 50-point triple-double 5x5.
Yeah.
Like, those are the 3 supreme marks. A triple-double, a 5x5, and 50 points scored. If you could somehow do them all in one game, he was like 2 overtimes away from doing it. But that game, famously, Larry Nance Jr., Eric, remember he said that was the greatest. He's like, I played with LeBron.
Yeah.
I've played with some great players. That was the best I've ever seen.
That was probably the first clip we got of an NBA player admitting that
was better than
Jokic was a great player.
You think? No, because that was only a year ago, like 1.5 years.
I know. Do you remember our whole existence and like why our own personal and like why we're so fueled by all of this and like why it still fuels us to this day is that the disrespect was so loud and ridiculous that it still has not fully gone away, even though we just saw the most transcendent playoff run ever.
Yeah.
And then number 1 on my list, game 1 against the Lakers from the Western Conference Finals. 34 points, 12 of 17 shooting, 21 rebounds, 14 assists. That's number 1 on my list.
It was honestly perfect basketball. I mean, like I said, I went back and rewatched it, and it was better than I remembered. It really was. It was better than I remembered. He completely dominated the first half of that game.
The first half was perfect basketball.
He made ridiculous shots in the third quarter. The first and second quarter were perfect basketball where he was making it look easy. Do you remember when he spun baseline and dropped it off to KCP for a layup? And it was one of those plays where it was like he did something from a bird's eye view you didn't see until it was done, and then you're like, oh. Mm-hmm. And the Lakers, too, were just like, whatever. So the first half, perfect. Everything he did was perfect. Third quarter, he just made all kinds of crazy shots. Like, the game became a little bit harder. And then fourth quarter in the clutch came through, with some big ones. So, to me, it was a perfect game. Everybody walked out of that game going, like, how on earth did we ever doubt it? There was never a Jokic doubter after that that anybody respected. That game honestly ended the Jokic narrative.
So my contention with this list is that it is jarringly devoid of vibes.
Oh,
vibes were not considered on any of these picks. I understand. We're looking at it in the light of day. It's kind of a cold blood approach to this. You're looking at the numbers, the analytics, what adds up on a historic scale. I need to see 40 points in the Garden. I need to see the fastest triple-double.
Let's go through them. 40 points in the Garden. Let's go through this game because this is the fun part of the experiment. That was the first Jokic is a volume scorer game, and it came against
Carmelo Anthony
and Kristaps Porzingis.
Yes.
It was, remember, Porzingis has a higher upside because he could score and he could shoot the three. And Jokic made him look absolutely foolish. Now, was that game, in a vacuum, better than these other ones? No, because he wasn't the player. But I would put it on there for me of like, this is like when you make the MJ list and like his like rookie season game or something comes out and you're like, dude, he was a better player later.
It's the vibes and the emblem, the emblematic portion of some of these games, like foreshadowing what was to come, how it rippled into the league and now into history.
Yeah.
Like game.
This one, Jordan Scott, and actually Wind had it on his list. I'm telling you, when you messed up with your honorable mention, it was an honorable mention because the Clippers game, I think, was what you had third. The Clippers game from last season, not the last one, but the one before, where he had 49 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists. And remember, Aaron Gordon, he does the skip pass. And it's the best skip pass in the history of the game because Jokic, I'm not even kidding, because Jokic had it early, but there was like a few seconds left. And he's like, all right, I got to waste 2 more seconds. And he holds it and pivots and spins and then throws it perfectly to Aaron Gordon. And it sealed off the most dominant, 10 minutes where he just scored every time, or assisted every time against a damn good Clippers team, that had their guys.
Probably projected to win the title.
At that time, projected to win the title.
Probably.
49 points, 16 of 25 shooting. That was to me, and I think you had it number 3, which is maybe a little high because it wasn't playoffs, but it was, to me, if you tell me to think of a game from the last 5 years, that one is one of the first ones that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might also, the headband game. I think. I would
The stat padding game.
Oh,
Yes,
the
dude.
headband game is so good.
Just kidding. He's never stat
Dude,
padded.
you remember? Here's the cool thing about the headband game. He gets hurt immediately, and the Nuggets are down like 15 points because he has to go and wrap a bandage around his head and all this. You were there, Eric.
No, I wasn't. That's
what?
the one game I didn't watch.
I was there.
Yeah, I was there too. He was there, right? He was there.
I don't know.
No, I know
I
he was
was there.
I know he was there. I saw you.
I don't. Is this a bit?
Yeah, it's a bit. I know you're not there. It's the funniest one because you were
That's
out
the
with
worst.
Mac
Yeah,
Entertainment.
You son of a biscuit. You son of a biscuit.
Woo!
So there's So those are some vibey games. I also would potentially put Game 3 against the Lakers where he pulled the
Yes,
shot
yeah.
that will become iconic for his life. The falling back.
Wasn't that
against,
game 4?
Was it 4?
Well, he had a handful of them. So game 1.
Game
is the
one
one
is the one that still is top. For
That's
me.
the one against Anthony Davis where Anthony Davis.
But
was
that
back
was- that
and
was-
then,
that
but
was
then
the
he had
fallback
But then
one
he had
with-
the Anthony Davis sidestepping
Yeah.
one and the LeBron backpedaling one. I mean, there were so many.
Yeah, dude. So for me, I gotta see.
Maybe it was game
I don't know. I need the. I would make an all
Hold on,
vibes list.
hold on. We're missing an iconic one.
Which?
The 7.
Of course.
The 7.
The 7.
Yoke, and remember, the 7 was in large part, Yoke put up a 30-20-10, another one where only he seems to put up 30-20-10s. He had a 30-21, 10-assist game. He played 40 minutes in that game, goes 14-24. And again, second night of a back-to-back, fifth game in 7
that
days
should probably be
with
on there.
travel. Only 7 guys, and he somehow does it
travel.
with PJ Dozier, Vlatko Chanchor, and Torrey Craig as part of the 7. To me, that game, and he hits the game winner, which was a Sombor. Do you remember this? He hits a Sombor in Gobert's eye, and Yoke is one of the things we love about Yoke. He's very expressionless, and guys talk about it. Austin Reeves was like, yeah, he hits those shots, and then you look at him, and he doesn't even respond. He just acts like he's normal. These guys are flabbergasted. That was one. I remember it distinctly. He walked back like this to Michael Malone, and you were just like, you never see Yoke do
Never.
that, but he kind of walked back to the huddle after that one yeah, I just did that.
Well, a great one was game 1 against the Lakers when he hit that shot to beat the third quarter buzzer over Anthony Davis. And after it, he was just mad at Bruce Brown for not getting the switch.
So he's like, F it, I'll just make the grossest shot in
Immediately
history.
after the shot, he points at Bruce Brown and is upset at him.
Dude, you hear this stuff and you're like, man, we do not deserve Nikola Jokic. And then I'm like, if not us, then who?
Then who, yeah.
And then I'm like, humans. Humans don't deserve
Can
Nikola
Serbia
Jokic.
Greece be on this list?
Oh, you're right. That one might. Honestly, it could be that Serbia-Greece game where
That might be on my
dude,
list.
hitting a Sombor shuffle in that moment. I just can't explain. It's like the Lakers series, but imagine if it was a Sombor in the corner over Anthony Davis. That's the equivalent. It was a Sombor shuffle, turnaround Sombor shuffle, and in a moment where you're like, well, that's going to be an air ball. And instead it was a swish, pure swish. Also 47 against Gobert just because he's a defensive player of the year. Brother, I have 47.
Also, the game-winning shot against the Sixers.
That was a fourth quarter where I think he had 17 or 19 in the fourth quarter. He just stormed back. It was a bad game up until then. And then all these playoff games, man, you really could just go through the list because he has so many freaking games.
Yeah,
in the
his
playoffs
number
where
one top 10 best games. Number 1, the playoffs. Just all of them.
Jokic's playoff average.
Turn on a
would be-
random playoff game.
Yeah,
You'll
you're like, this is
probably
the best.
see an all-time performance.
It's so true.
I love it.
Probably.
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we'll see if anything's going on online these days. I kind of doubt it.
I sincerely hope not.
Pins and Aces is the official golf apparel partner of DNVR and AllCity. We love our Pins and Aces gear. Get tons of compliments on it, on and off the course. They are a family-owned golf and apparel business based right here in Colorado. Check out pinsandaces.com. Use the code DNVR. You get 15% off your first order, and you get free shipping. Pinsandaces.com. They've got polos, hats, golf bags. They've even got our favorite beer sleeve. They've got the liquor stick. They've got these innovative products that they just keep rolling out. Pinsandaces.com. Use the code DNVR. Get 15% off your first order. If you're golfing, you need to be decked out in Pins and Aces gear.
I went golfing recently, and I was like, where are my 7 beers? I didn't have them. And
Where's my 5th of liquor?
And I didn't have them, and I shot a pretty uneventful round. It was,
I played golf last night. I've been playing every Thursday with my
Really?
wife. I'm not kidding.
Night golf?
Best golf I've ever played. Best golf I've ever played. 2 or 3 parts.
Convenient how nobody was there to
My
witness
wife
it
was there.
except
I'm
his
telling
wife.
you. I had 2 snowmen on the last 2 holes. I kind of dropped it at the end. Really fell apart on me. But I'm telling you,
you were 7 beers.
I was 7 beers deep at that point, though. So you know how it is. Are we back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if anything's online these days.
God, let's hope not.
Does Yaya know where this video is?
I'll just say, dude. Let's go inside the internet. No telling how strange it will get. We'll look at memes and we'll look at GIFs. Everyone will try to riff. It's online. No telling how strange it will get. We'll look at memes and we'll look at GIFs. Everyone will try. Me. I wrote. I did. Maybe you don't know this. Famously captured in one take.
Because nobody could listen to that for a second take.
Oh, you're wrong about that.
I just tried to play it a second time.
Welcome to my segment, everybody. It is Online with DLine. We're going to find out what is going on online these days, or in some amount in the past. I have a whole bunch of bookmarks that I never got to. So we have old stuff, new stuff. Let's dive in. Here. Bring up the first clip, will you please? Let's see what we got going on. And you guys, by the way, riff. Oh, look at this. Aaron Gordon he visited the Team USA practice. This is pretty crazy. Like,
is he cheating on Serbia?
Well, he's not. In a sense, he's cheating on Serbia, but it's just kind of wild to see, the respect level that has been achieved by Aaron Gordon. I don't know that he would have got. Maybe he would have. I don't know how this goes, but I mean, like, you see, like, deep respect. He's talking to Steve Kerr.
Right.
Everybody's like really welcoming NBA champion Aaron Gordon into the USA basketball facility.
You're bearing the lead here, though.
Please.
This is in Spain.
I didn't know that.
This is in Malaga, Spain. So Aaron Gordon, who has been in Europe the last couple of weeks, popped in. Quick pop in during his European trip.
Holy smokes, dude.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon, very worldwide. We've learned that he loves Europe. It was thought when we were deliberating as to who was going to ultimately claim the crown of Mr. Nugget, Aaron Gordon being the only Nugget to go watch Nikola Jokic play basketball in Europe.
That was a good move by him.
But it turns out he's just in Europe all the time. He loves it over there.
I want to visit Kind Love with AG, man.
Oh, my God, dude.
Seems like he knows how to chill.
He's the chillest dude.
He rolls in. They got turbo joints lined up for him already.
Dude, AG is pre-rolling in.
I love that he's in Spain. All right.
Me too. All right.
Good start.
What else is happening online these days? Let's find out. Please bring up the second clip. What are we looking at? Oh, dude. So you consider yourself a sneakerhead, would you? What about a sneaker foot, dude? Is this the worst tattoo you've ever seen in your entire life?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh, the final product. Like, is that the final? That does not look final.
So repulsive. I can't even begin.
It looks like he climbed Everest and got trapped up there,
This does look like a
What is it
byproduct
called?
of frostbite.
Frostbite, yeah. He looks like he has
Looks
frostbite.
like Mr. Deeds, yes.
Frostbite in the form of a Jordan 1.
Can you imagine?
I thought these were when the video starts, it looks like they're going to make, not my style, but they'll make it. And then it's just black and white. And it's like, oh.
My question here is maybe there's a reason.
God awful.
This forever looks like you have old hobo shoes from a cartoon and your toes are sticking out the top. Shouldn't he have at least colored in the...
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Man, I'll say, no knock on this tattoo artist or something. I do feel like that's a bad job. If you're going to get a tattoo
I don't know if you could do a good job.
I don't know if you could, but you could do worse or better jobs. And I'm just I don't know, man. That... Also, it looks like it hurts. That's some sensitive spots to have to go, real heavy.
Think about how ticklish your feet are. Dude, so this is the worst thing I've ever seen. This is a front against God himself. And by that, I mean Nikola Jokic. Here! What is the next clip, please? What else is going on online these days or at some point in the distant future or past? Oh, we need the audio for this. So we don't need to hear the whole thing.
I feel like there's going to be people who are going to say, that I changed the game. And I'm going to be very appreciative of that. Let's go.
Everything's up for stipulation, and you know what I like to say is that no matter when this is all over, that there's gonna be kids coming up saying that they're gonna be able to play a different way because I played in NBA and did it a different way.
Carl,
Who does Karl Anthony Towns think he is?
he thinks he's a trailblazer. I think
Who does this guy think he
He's
is?
a Timberwolf.
I think that he thinks he is Michael Jordan. I don't know who he thinks
He thinks
is.
he's Jokic.
It is
He thinks he's Jokic.
Dude, these clips that came from the podcast that had Pat Bev and Carl Towns on, where they were just extolling Carl Towns was extolling the virtues of Carl Towns and explaining what his place is in the league, what his place is in the history of the league, and just how goddamn good he is. He also said that if he was able to draw up the plays, he would score 40 every night, no problem.
And they'd go 0-82.
It is insane. I can't stop revisiting this because you just understand, like when you see the corniness that is Karl Anthony Towns generally, like when he's writing notes to his lady friend or just acting generally how he does in public, you're like, man, that guy is so corny. But then to hear like how deep this runs,
Right,
This
yeah.
river, this calm water runs so deep.
Vogt sees Towns as a sympathetic figure.
Oh,
On
man.
numerous occasions, I've gotten in trouble from him for making fun of Towns, like just like a little jab or something. And he's like, "Come on, man!" Like,
Well,
and
that
I'm
was
always
on the-
like,
that was on the heels of COVID.
"No, I'm saying on multiple times where I'm like, this guy's a loser," because that's my opinion of him. I'm like, he's just not a winning player. And you see stuff like this, and you're like, man. Jokic is like laughably humble, you know, where we're sometimes like, okay, he's being overly humble now or this or that. But like, if you're going to go one way or the other, you might as well be like too. Karl Anthony Towns is so unself-aware.
Bro.
Do you think he'll become self-aware when he gets traded to Charlotte?
No.
I think he'll become self-aware around the same time as Skynet does. Skynet and Karl Anthony Towns will become self-aware and will
We might
cancel
only
each
be a
other.
couple of years away
They
from
will
that.
cancel each other out.
I think Towns is going to be in LA or New York. He's the type of player, and I can't wait because I honestly
He
think-
would get crushed in New York,
or LA. I think like
especially New York.
my hope is that
They'll hate him there.
He and D'Lo are the Lakers' escape plan from LeBron. D'Lo, they're friends. D'Lo, Cat, and maybe Booker. That part's a little concerning. You know, Booker's good, but that's going to be the Lakers are going to be like, we got our new big three, and I can't wait.
Man, that's the worst part is that Karl Anthony Towns is a good player.
He is a good player.
He won the three-point shooting competition. There are things that you're like, oh, wow, that's pretty impressive.
He's an okay player.
This is like
He's a good player. He's not what he is reporting to be. The other worst part about this is he's pre-thanked everyone for the honor that they will be bestowing upon him later.
If I don't make it, guys.
He is. It's like a musician who's good, not great, but then compares themselves to all the greats, and you're like, dude, I like your music, but
You're like,
You're not that guy.
You're like, calm down, John Mayer. Anyway,
Mayer.
yeah, here. What else is going on online these days? Let's find out, please. Jokic has appeared. Jokic is worldwide, dude. He has become more icon than we ever imagined he could be. Here he is appearing on the front page of a Croatian crossword puzzle magazine. Has Jokic ever not been done dirty by an artist?
I know.
Is this like a in the political cartoon?
I know. This actually looks more like a
sphere
political
of
cartoon.
relevance.
This looks like he went to Illich's with his and then asked, sat for the.
I do like
caricature.
they have the scars though.
I do like that.
There was just like an American propagandist in the 90s
Yeah.
crying Jokic.
Yeah.
Do you? But I was like, do you think of Jokic as having a pronounced chin?
No.
Yeah, actually, you know what? He does. You're right. It's like small features that then they make enormous. But yes,
they make them absolutely
yes,
enormous.
Jokic does have a face he makes sometimes where it's like it's a very chin protrudy face.
I mean, we could tell who he is, obviously. So
it's well done.
congratulations first. But I feel like the chin is a little much for me, and I just feel like if I was Jokic, I'd be like, this is why I never come out of my house. Like this is why I don't deal with this nonsense.
This feels like I can't read what they're saying, but it sounds like they're saying bad things about him.
Yeah, do you think this is positive or negative?
Croatian crossword puzzle magazine. So Croatian, maybe Serbian Croatian there. I don't know.
A clown emoji placed at the bottom. So perhaps,
man, I'm telling you,
perhaps, we don't know. We don't.
Yeah,
know.
we might have just shared a really horrible thing that we have no idea. You should have fact checked this one, D-Line. We might have actually.
Is that
Serbia? We're sorry. We don't know what happened. We have have no idea what was said right there.
What else is going on online that we understand these days? Yeah, here, please. The last clip, if you wouldn't mind. Let's find out. How long has Jokic been in the league? Wow, we see this for all these players. Another way where Jokic can't possibly be rendered correctly or look good. He came into the league apparently as JJ Barea.
No, it was some other guy. Look at this.
It was this other former player.
But this looks like JJ Barea.
No, it looks like this guy. Watch. So there's the character. There's the 2K. And then scroll on over. Yeah, there's the 2K player. Okay. Keep scrolling. Yeah. Keep going. Okay, it's not. Look at this guy. It's clearly that guy. It's clearly that guy. This is what happened.
Who is that guy?
I don't know. But 2K clearly had him in the system and was like.
A Turkish player. It's too small. Sinan Gular?
Oh my God!
And it's like and then the guy did say something like, "Hey, that's pretty
How
sure
was
they choose
that
me."
guy in NBA 2K in the
Because
first place?
I'm telling you, NBA 2K, they're not going to spend time on everyone, so they go like, "Oh, two-way player, or end of bench guy, second round pick. We'll just give him that guy."
But I'm saying, how was that guy in the game in the first place?
Yeah, how did he make it? Who knows?
He was on the Rockets.
That's what I'm saying. He was a guy that they had rendered, and then when they got to Jokic, they're like, just use an old guy. No one's going to know. And it's very clearly that guy.
Or they were like, this guy's coming over, find his image, and then they looked up and found the wrong international player. Didn't even know to check or the difference. That's unbelievable.
It's clearly that's right? That's clearly that guy though.
Yeah.
It's exactly him.
Unbelievable. Jokic has never. The only time Jokic has been done moderately well was when they gave him that overly sexy photo for last year when it was his close in and he was glistening and he was way handsomer in that.
No, I think that's an AI. I thought that was an AI generated Jokic.
No, I think that came from
really?
Whatever. We don't know the
internet.
All the same. Jokic constantly gets done dirty by artists. Jokic, I got you. I got you.
What else?
That is all that's going on.
Wait,
these days.
I've got one more I nominate. Yeah. Do you have it? I have one more, and this is pick a player. You guys ever see these?
Sure.
Jokic with Elijah Wan's defense. First of all, Jokic with Hakeem Olajuwon's defense. Easily the greatest player of all time. You're talking about the greatest offensive player with one of the best defensive players of all time. Easily. And I saw some people be like, that's a top 5 player of all time. Guys, what are you talking about? Hakeem Olajuwon's defense? Jokic puts up routinely whatever.
That's the best player of all time.
You got Giannis with Dirk shooting, also the best player of all time.
Yeah,
if you give
the best player of all
Giannis
time.
one of the best shooters of all time to Giannis, yeah. And then AD with LeBron's playmaking, I don't know. I don't know. It's a really good player.
Top 10 player.
Top 10 player. And then I love this one. Joel Embiid with Kyrie's handles. This was the tell. Drew Hanlon made this. Drew Hanlon definitely made this and was like, sick, dude. I'm gonna work on his handle. Is Embiid any better with Kyrie's handles?
No.
He might be worse, man.
Yeah, he's just
dribbling around.
He might be worse.
Yeah, they're like, dude, pass the ball.
Pass the ball for him. He's like, no, man, look at this.
I swear to God, man. Kyrie Irving is going to go down as the most overrated player in NBA.
But he does have the best handles.
But he's an artist.
He's an artist.
He's an artist. I mean, it's beautiful to watch.
True.
Honest to God, do you think Drew Hanlon is definitely working on Embiid's handles this summer?
Because of that graphic?
I can't even acknowledge the existence of the individual of which you speak.
I think it's too funny.
Real quick, I did finish the poll up. The joke.
Oh, yeah. How'd it do?
What was the wording of this poll, first off?
Will ESPN acknowledge Jokic?
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. It's 50 and 49%. So 50% said yes.
Oh! Wait,
And it
50
was like-
and 49.
Well, the reason is that it's
One-
like
1%
50.98, but they have to show
Chat,
49.
you guys showed up for me.
So it's
I hit that outro music. Chat, you showed up for me.
And
I
didn't
appreciate
show
it.
up for you in equal parts.
Close up. That's true.
I mean, plus minus 1% of error.
Hey, man. I'm president. I'm sorry. That's the rules.
Oh, disgusting.
Chat, you were with me all week.
The president's
Way to-
decided by the Electoral
Yeah,
College,
way to
not the
electoral
popular
college
vote.
that nonsense.
You guys-
There's no way.
You guys are crazy, man. You guys are all crazy. Thanks for hanging with us. 5 shows this week. You know what? We got Serbian Corner coming up this weekend. The homie Miroslav is going to be. Who knows what he's dishing on this weekend? You're not
Hopefully,
gonna
an
wanna miss
update
it, though.
on the horse races.
Hopefully,
at the Hippodrome.
Yeah, we're all holding our fingers here. And then me and DLine are going to be on the Denver Sports Podcast at 4 o'clock today, talking about the best new additions to the Denver sports scene right now.
I would say Bobby Brown.
Do you guys feel like right now is the beginning of the sports calendar? Football kind of represents the start of a sports calendar.
Yeah, of course.
It's not-
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
this is kind of the new year. So who are the new additions for this upcoming sports calendar? And then we'll go through some all-time new additions. We'll talk
Bobby
about
Brown.
that at 4 o'clock.
Somebody acknowledge my Bobby Brown joke. He was in New Edition.
Yeah, we all caught that one. Goodbye, everyone.